What up, peeps? Tony Baker here, back with another movie review. This time I'm reviewing A Quiet Place Part 2. First of all, shout out to A Quiet Place for actually just calling it Part 2. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these movies, man, when they do a sequel, they too good for the 2. They too good for the just 2, or the Part 2, or the Chapter 2. They gotta be like, Part 2, The Requiem. Part 2, Apocalypse. Part 2, The Reckoning. Part 2, Redemption. Part 2, The Soliloquy. Part 2, The Monologue. Part 2, Reflection. Part 2, Regret. Part 2, Reconciliation. You get what I'm saying. They always got to add that little extra little flash on it. Just be like Part 2, man, because that's all it is. That's all it is. So shout out to A Quiet Place for keeping it simple with the Part 2. I appreciate it. Many of you have probably seen the first one. The first one was a runaway success, critically and by the people. It made a lot of money at the box office, so you already know they coming with that sequel. Directed by John Krasinski, a.k.a. Jim from The Office, okay? Pulled up with the directorial smash, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to these actors that starting TV comedies, and then they get on the directing tip, and they kill it. John Krasinski, Jordan Peele. I'm loving every piece of it, okay? So you know, Quiet Place 2 isn't been getting pushed back because of COVID's musty ass, you feel me? COVID is musty, man. It just ruined the whole momentum of everything, but I'm glad A Quiet Place finally got released. It's something you gotta see in theaters, man. You gotta watch A Quiet Place Part 2, The Reckoning. You gotta watch it in theaters because this is the kind of movie where you just got to get into it. You got to be in there. You got to be focused. You know what I'm saying? When you're watching movies at home, you're pausing it, you're getting up, you're going to the bathroom, you're taking the dog for a walk, you're fussing at the cats, you're getting phone calls, you know what I'm saying? You smashing, whatever, it's going to take you out of the film. You're falling asleep, you're getting up, you're remembering you got to do something, you're getting up back and forth to get snacks, you're making a smoothie mid-movie, you fell asleep, then your girl woke up, rewind that. It's too much going on. It's going to take you out of the rhythm of the whole thing. But in the movies, you got to focus. It's going to be quiet in there. Everybody's focused. You feel like you're in that world of having to be quiet. If you haven't seen A Quiet Place, it's about these aliens come to Earth. And, you know, mysteriously, you know, they don't really explain that right off the top. And they're blind, but they have super sensitive hearing. So as soon as you make a sound, they own your ass, man. That's how they find their prey. They listening for the noise, and then boom. Kind of like spiders, in a sense. Because spiders have horrible vision, most of them. Jumping spiders got good vision. They usually can find prey by movement and vibration. All those eyes spiders have, they got a horrible vision. God was playing, man. God was like, I'm going to give you all these eyes, but you're going to have trash eyesight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why God is smoking, but you know, God can smoke. Anyway, so you got these creatures out here. As soon as you make a sound, they own your ass. In the first one, they figured out how to defeat these monsters. We lost some people along the way, so now we're coming with the sequel. The sequel is about a continuation of the family from the first one and how they adapt right after the events of the first film. We go into how they moved on right after that. How they moved on from figuring out the monster's weakness, how they're going to survive on a day-to-day, and can they find other survivors. That's pretty much what this is about. Start the movie off with a flashback on day one when the aliens got there, and then we jump back into the now, which was right at the end of the first one. We go right back into that. They're walking around as a family, and they light a little torch. They see one light along the way, so they're going out there just to see what's up with the other survivors. They come across another survivor named Emmett, who's played by Cillian Murphy. I don't know if it's Cillian or Killian, but I like Killian. Killian just sounds better. You know what I'm saying? He's from 28 Days Later and the Batman joints, Scarecrow, if you will. And he's a survivor. He knew this family beforehand, before, you know, the whole shit went down. And so they meet up with him, and he's just like, nah, man, the people that have survived, they're trash. I don't want nothing to do with that society, man. Look out. And so they connect with him. And then, you know, the baby girl, the deaf baby girl, Reagan, you know, she's like, yo, I still want to, you know, get this message out. You know what I'm saying? I found a weakness. We can do this. Like, nah, man, look out, man. Y'all can't stay here. You know what I'm saying? And so it's pretty much her quest to try to get the word out against her mom, Evelyn's wishes, because she just want to hold the baby down and be quiet, you know, and the son, you know what I'm saying, Marcus. But, you know, she got bigger plans. She want to be like, Dad, man, we're going to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the word out. Nah, man, we're going to sit tight. Nah, man, I don't want nothing to do with y'all. So it's a lot of conflict within that. I'm trying to give you the synopsis of the story without spoiling it, because I'm going into the spoiler in just a minute. But forget all that. Y'all want to know, was it as good as the first one? Does it hold up? Is it good? Is it worth seeing? Yes, it is, man. I'm giving this movie 4 saxophones out of 5. I still care about the family. It's still well done. It's well executed. The tension is still there. Good, simple, and dope premise. And 4 saxophones out of 5, man. I enjoyed it. It was good to be back in theaters again and watch it, and I definitely recommend it. So yeah, 4 saxophones out of 5. But let's get into the spoiler recap. If you haven't seen the movie, cut the video off right now. Just cut it off right now. If you don't cut it off right now, and then you complain in the comment section, I'm socking you out. Quiet Place Part 2, we open up. Flashback, day 1, when everything was all good, man. John Krasinski was alive again, man. He was going to the little market, you know what I'm saying? Walking in there all cool and happy, bearded. I like Jim. I like Jim with a beard. I like him as a family man. I like that he's directing movies. I like that he's in a movie with his real life wife. You know what I'm saying? Emily Blunt, man. Emily Blunt, first of all, Emily Blunt, her face is dope. She is a good looking woman, man. And her face was glowing this entire picture. Like, they kept that face clean. They was like, yo, keep the face clean. John Krasinski was like, yo, keep her face clean. Whole time, even though they dirty, they've been walking for miles, they barefoot, they sweaty, they crusty. Keep that face prime real estate. Now, mind you, she just had a baby, so pregnant women have that glow. So she had to have that glow. Pregnant women, look at pregnant women, man. They faces be glowing. Anyway. So he's in the store, he goes in the store, and, you know, he's going in there for oranges and water, and there's something going on the news. They don't know what's going on, so he goes in there. So he's trying to hurry up to get back to the little baseball game, the little league game, because Marcus is on the team. So they get there, you know what I'm saying? He arrives on time, he cutting the oranges. Because, you know, when you're a parent, you got to get the oranges for the teammates. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the oranges, man. He was cutting the oranges, hands was filthy, and then Reagan was like, yo, your hands are filthy. You know, they was doing the sign language. He's like, my bad. So she's cutting the oranges. It's all good, man. It's prime time American family life. Everything is all good. The Little League game. Everybody's living, thriving. You know what I'm saying? And then they see a comet, you know, going through the sky. And everybody just like, oh, I don't know what that is. The game stopped. They was like, yo, we out. I don't know what that is. Let's just dip. So they packing up, you know what I'm saying? They getting ready to get the hell up out of there. And they end up splitting up. John Krasinski, what's his name in this movie? Is he Rick? Not Rick. Lee is the name. Lee goes, you know, they drove separately. So Lee and his daughter Reagan. Reagan's the oldest. I guess she's the oldest kid, because I think she's older than Marcus. Anyway, the one that's deaf, she goes with him. And then Marcus, the son, stays with Evelyn, Emily Blunt, and they go off together. And so they split up. And then, you know, when they're trying to get home, that's when all hell breaks loose. The aliens come out. And I noticed this about the aliens, man. They weren't really eating people in the attack. I don't know if they eat people later on, or I don't know how they do it. But they were just killing people. They were just, everybody that was making noise, they were just killing everybody. Now, I'm like, okay, so if they're hunters like that, maybe they're just killing, and then they'll reap up the dead bodies later and then just, you know, dying on that. I don't know if they were just, you know, it was a buffet, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess you in the middle of the city, you know, you hear your prey all around you, you just going to buffet it up. You know, oh yeah, this and the corn and the salad, oh, the meatloaf. Fish, macaroni, cheese, green beans, ham. Oh, so I guess to them, they just like, yeah, you know. But it looked to me like they were just killing people just to kill people. And then I got to thinking, man. Tell me if I'm wrong for thinking this about the aliens. What if they're just cranky old men? Because if they're not eating people on the spot and they just killing people because they making noise, that's old cranky man shit. Let's turn that down, man. Hey, man, y'all talking too loud. That's them. That's the alien. Hey, man, hush. Turn it on. Turn the music off. Hush. Stop having a good time, man. Hey, shut the party. Stop making noise in your car. Oh, you running water, man. Hush. They shutting the party down no matter what you doing. They don't want to hear nothing about nothing. Hush. That should have been the name of the movie. Quiet Place 2. Hush. A Quiet Place 2. Y'all shut the hell up, man. A Quiet Place 2. Hey, y'all keep making that noise, I'm killing y'all. Quiet Place 2. If y'all don't shut the hell up, they don't want to hear none of that, man. Hush. Anyway, so all hell breaks loose. And then they cut back into the now. You know, Leah's already passed away. And it's like right after, you know, they figured out that the hearing aid was the key. And then Emily Blunt shot the main one in the basement. What I did notice, and that was different from the first one, was that when they killed the alien in the basement after they figured out the hearing aid thing, there were more aliens coming to the house. And Emily Blunt cocked the shotgun like she was about to cock. We got y'all figured out. Me and my daughter, you play the tracks, I'ma bust them in the head. Play the track, play the hearing aid track, I'ma bust them in the head. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't really address that. It was like there weren't other aliens to fight once they started back in the basement. So, you know, they show them, they walking for miles, bare feet out here, you know what I mean? And they just out here walking. And they come across this place, they go through the fence, they set the trap off, so they start running, you know what I'm saying? Because they made the noise, the bottles drop, mad noise, so you know the aliens is coming, they on the run, son. And the dude, somebody's watching them through a sniper scope, so you know there's another human there just watching it all go down. They running as a family. And then they hit, Marcus hits a bear trap, starts screaming bloody murder. Of course he's screaming bloody murder, man. I ain't never stepped in the bear trap, but I imagine that's some painful shit. So I was like, damn, man, okay. So he's screaming bloody murder. They trying to keep him quiet. They done set the baby off. The baby crying. It's just chaos. The aliens is like, man, what the hell is going on out here, man? Who's screaming? Hush the kids, or I'm coming over there. That's how the aliens do. I'm coming over there to shut the noise down. So they scrambling. This is where they meet Emmett. Emmett snatches them up, grabs them, and so they can hide from the monster. So he got a whole little setup at his crib. He got a little furnace they can hide in. So they was quiet, you know, still running. Because the aliens definitely showed up on the scene. Like, shut the hell up, hush, looking. So they hid from the aliens successfully. And he was telling them like, yo, man, you got a baby and everything. I remember y'all from back in the day, Little League game. You had the little swim thing. I remember that. We was talking about the sign language. But y'all can't stay here, man. Y'all can't stay here. But no, man, you can't. Emily Blunt like, no, I got the family, the baby. Just let her stay here. Like, nah, man, look out, man. People, these humans out here, man, you don't want nothing to do with the survivors, man. I don't believe in humanity. Y'all got to go, man. Y'all got to get out, man. Look out. So they have that whole little conflict. Meanwhile, you know, my man stepped in the bear trap. He's done. They got the headphones on his head just to comfort him from the pain. They got to deal with that. They got the baby. And they need more oxygen for the baby in the little makeshift they got. And so then they hear, because you know they always listen to the radio, seeing if there's any survivors, anybody just doing radio transmissions. They hear the song somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. They hear that, so they know, yo, somebody's playing this. We got to find out what it is. Reagan is all for it. Like, yo, let's find out what it is. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it popping. Evelyn is like, nah, man, we sticking together. Nope, we ain't doing this, man. And Reagan is like, y'all soft, man. Y'all ain't nothing like my dad. But you know it's all sign language, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't nothing like my dad, you know what I'm saying? Y'all some busters out here, man. And I feel Reagan on that, man. We can't live a life where we hiding 24/7, 365, man. We gotta ride on these busters. We gotta ride on these busters. And so, she tells her brother Marcus, like, look, I'm going out here and I'm gonna figure this thing out. I'm gonna go find that signal and see what's up. I triangulated the location of the signal to this island off the coast of New York or whatever. It's on this island right here. I'm going. And he's like, nah, man, hell no, man. Bear trap ankle, nah, man, you can't do this, man. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm going, you know what I'm saying? So in the night, she just goes off. So they wake up, she gone. And so Emily Blunt, Evelyn, is pleading with Emmett, Cillian Murphy's character, like, yo, please find my daughter. Find my daughter, please. I can't. I already lost a husband. I lost a kid in the first one. Just come on, man. Just, please. You like, nah, man, I told y'all, man, I ain't want nothing to do with none of this. Now y'all over here. Nah, I'm tasked with this. So I feel his pain. He was minding his own business. He lost his kids himself. His wife died of some disease. So it's like, it's tough on him. So anyway, she goes out there on her own. She almost gets killed by one of the aliens. Cillian Murphy pulls up, saves her ass. And so he ends up getting inspired by her and seeing hope in her. So he's like, all right, let's do this. I'm going to take you to the island. So they decide to go to the island. So they on the mission together. Meanwhile, Emily Blunt, she got to go to the pharmacy and get some more oxygen for the baby. And so she's going to leave Marcus by himself with the baby. She's like, no, I can't do this, man. Don't leave. You know what I'm saying? The baby, this, you already know when you're a parent and you got older siblings, man, you babysitting these goddamn kids. You watching the goddamn, I don't care if it's aliens out here that's going to kill you as soon as you sneeze. You going to watch your goddamn little baby brother or baby sister. I can't remember which gender that baby was, but there's a baby in there. You going to watch it. I'll be back. So she goes off by herself, so it's just him and the baby, and then Reagan and Cillian Murphy, they out here. So everybody's just split up, man. And so they going on a quest, you know what I'm saying? They end up coming across this little girl. First of all, this little dirty little girl, not looking at them. When you see a dirty child and it refuses to look up at you, look out. So the little girl comes up, puts the rope around his neck. So that rope is attached to some noise-making shit. Then these hillbilly-ish looking people come out like, yeah, we got a little girl now. This is what they saying non-verbally. Yeah, what we got here? They were looking all toe up from the floor up. Yeah. So they about to take her off, and then he's like, yo, dive. You know what I'm saying? I got you. So they end up, he ended up doing something to the little leader of their crew. She dives in the water. They end up diving in the water, making all kind of noise. And then, the aliens say, oh, y'all making all the goddamn noise. Here we come, man. I'm shutting the party down. And so aliens come. They start, slicing up these hillbilly-ish figures. And then they in the water. And so, because they were going to get on the boat to go to the island. So they were at the dock. All this is going on at the dock. And so, boom, boom, pow, you know what I'm saying, hanging on by a thread. He still got the thing around his neck, is stuck, you know what I'm saying, aliens on the boat. One alien falls in the water, it look like he's struggling. The other alien is on the little boat balancing. They're like, man, shut up all this goddamn noise. And so they end up surviving that. They get on the boat, they go to the island, you know what I'm saying. Because Reagan got on the boat and scooped up Cillian Murphy. They off to the island. They get to the island, man, it's smooth sailing over there, man. It's a whole community of people living lavishly. Living lavishly on the island, y'all. Chilling, bonfires going, food, cookout, sweaters. It's going down. Meanwhile, she at the pharmacy. Marcus is at home. He puts the baby down. He goes to investigate some shit. Why is he investigating? He looking around for shit. Stay your ass in there with your baby's sibling. That's all you had to do. Hold the baby down, hush, sit tight. He's roaming around and he comes across the dead body of Cillian Murphy's wife. You know what I'm saying? She propped up on the table. It's not like he murdered her, but he just never came to terms with that, and he just left her on like an altar or whatever. He didn't want to bury her or whatever. So, but he's panicking. Falls back, making all kind of noise. So he scrambles back. It's a monster in there now trying to get his ass. Now he in the furnace with the baby, and then the furnace door locks. So he in there trapped in the furnace. You can only be in the furnace for like 2 minutes before you had to open it back up. He's stuck in the furnace. Now he about to suffocate him and the baby because this dumbass went out there looking around for no reason. So meanwhile, Emily Blunt's coming back. She got the oxygen tank for the baby. She comes back. She sees stuff is in disarray, so she knows the monster's there. You know what I'm saying? He in there struggling, barely hanging on. Luckily, he had the leftover oxygen that was for the baby. They sharing that. And Emily Blunt's up top. You know what I'm saying? She gonna set off the sprinklers, making all kind of noise. The monster comes up. She sets the oxygen tank right there. She pulls out the strap, Boom! Blows it up, bow. You know what I'm saying? Alien just sizzling, cooking, you know what I'm saying? All kind of noise going on. So she goes back downstairs, and before she can cuss the son out, another alien is on the air. Y'all shut up all this goddamn noise. So now they both in the furnace. Meanwhile, they had the island, the village. They talking, they meeting people. Jaimin Hunsu was there. Yeah, man, we out here thriving and glistening. You know what I'm saying? We'll play the little. You got to figure it out. Oh, we'll play the little radio transmission over the radio tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sit tight, get more, eat food, man. We got food. We got cookout beans. We got whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they find Cillian Murphy's going for a walk. He finds one of the boats from the dock the night before, the one with the scratch in it, because the alien was struggling, because they found out that the aliens can't swim. The aliens can't swim. That's funny as hell. They just can't even swim. So it's like, yo, they were trying to set everybody up to get on these boats to go to the island, but so much noise was being made. Only a few boats made it off the original island to this other island. So Jaimin Hunsu and them were part of those survivors on that particular, run. So he finds one of the boats from last night. That means that alien that was balancing on the thing, like, shut up all this goddamn noise. He done hovered over to the island. Now he on the island, busting up the whole cookout vibe. The bonfire is canceled. They hop in the old school whip. They driving, they hauling ass. It's Jaimin Hunsu, Cillian Murphy, and Reagan. They hauling ass to the radio station. The aliens on. They honking too. They making noise just to keep the alien on their ass. And he on their ass. He's like, man, shut up all this noise, man. Car screeching, horn honking. I'm sick of all this noise. That's what these aliens are. So they get to the radio station. Jaimin Hunsu gets scooped up by the alien. So they in there, alien trying to get them. They moving slow. Simultaneously, you know what I'm saying? Emily Blunt and the son over here struggling with this alien. They in the furnace fighting for their goddamn life. And so Reagan hooks up. She goes into the radio station. She hooks up the hearing aid. Alien is like, oh man, it's a transmission going on. Her brother hears it on the little radio he has. And was like, yo, the transmission. He plays the transmission. So both of the aliens that's trying to get them both are both like, oh, god damn, it's loud. I can't even focus. Migraine City. So these kids both simultaneously, she pulls out a pole, he pulls out the strap, and they both take out an alien separate but surely. They get it done. That's siblings, as a family. And that's how the movie ends. Cillian Murphy survived, by the way. I thought he was about to die, but once he played the transmission, he was good to go. And that's how it ended. It's open for more. They can close it up right here. It's open for more. And they can keep telling stories of like spinoffs, or they have really created a universe where you can just tap into different characters within this same world and see how they're surviving this cranky alien invasion. Not an invasion, but this cranky alien roll up. Like, cut out all this goddamn noise. Part 3. But yeah, that was it, man. I enjoyed it. Y'all already know the rating. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comment section below. Did you like the first one? Did you enjoy the second? Do y'all agree with me that they're just cranky old men? Let me know in the comment section below, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, we out here.